I don't want to hear any more about
money.
the
Backers.
turned against me. Don't you turn against me?
I don't know you anymore.
CIG.
You're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Starfield.
Because of what you've done. What you plan to do. Stop. Stop now. Come back. I love you.
Liar!
All right, so here we are talking about CIG, Star Citizen, and of course, money. I kind of just decided to just do this video. So what you're going to hear is just raw and unfettered feelings about what's going on. You know, I guess first let's start with this. This was the announcement, I think, 2 days ago regarding the PTU wave changes. So here it says PTU wave restructure, sharpening the tools. It says, as you all may know, one of the most impactful development resources we have is direct feedback coming from you. This includes the player behavior data we receive from the latest builds in the public test universe, whether it's pushing the servers to their limits under heavy loads and luring bugs out of hiding to put a new feature through its paces. In focused test cases, you're an essential part of the process. PTU is a replica environment of all necessary components that make our universe work. It is in this environment that we are both community members and Cloud Imperium staff test as we hone in on the release candidate. Access to the PTU has historically been granted in waves to control the number of players in the environment based on testing needs. More often than not, a new feature or build will benefit from a gradual increase in concurrency rather than a floodgate of traffic. This allows us to monitor at varying degrees of scale to ensure that once content makes it into the live servers, it will be performant. For the last 4 years, we haven't changed the PTU wave system, which regulates who has access to the test servers and when. Over time, more and more players have gained access to various waves, which has ultimately led us away from our initial goals with testing waves. We also come to notice that many players only log in once per PTU phase to briefly inspect the latest features of our new ships before waiting for the live release. This led to a very high player loads in the first hours of each wave release, combined with comparatively high server costs and downloading provisioning, but not the sustained playtesting we would have preferred. As a consequence, towards the end of the PTU phase, we sometimes lack the necessary number of testers to put the servers under pressure once the most significant bugs had been fixed. For this reason, the team has decided to restructure the PTU waves to focus on player activity. Now, the more often you play, and the more experienced and familiar you are with the game and its mechanics, earlier we'll invite you into the PTU. Blah, 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 blah. So here's the restructuring. Okay. Here's how they're doing it. Wave 1, top active players rated by hours. This I agree with. This is one of the things that I agree with. I think this is a great idea. Subscribers. Okay, you pay your $10 or your $20, you get in. Okay. All right. The last one has me scratching my head. Legatus, Navium, Concierge level backers. If you're not familiar with that, that is $25,000. So I am not a concierge at any level, nor do I plan to be. But this tells me that wave 1, if you pay $25K, you get to get in. And if you played a lot, you get to get in. Okay, it's cool, I guess. But now 25K is equal to $10. I understand subscribers have to be given something every month, but you're already getting flare, armor, weapons, you know, access to the magazine or whatever the hell it is. the webazine. But this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Wave 2. Next top active players rated by hours in the previous 2 major patch cycles. Once again, I don't disagree with this. I'm going to assume subscribers once again, and Praetorian concierge level backers, which I believe is the $15,000 concierge level. Wave 3, the next top active players rated by hours. Once again, I'm going to assume subscribers, Wing Commander, Space Marshal, and Grand Admiral concierge levels, which I am not sure where that cuts off. I think it's somewhere around the like $10,000 mark. And then the next wave is wave 4, which I'm assuming, once again, subscribers, the next top active players rated by hours in the previous 2 major patch cycles, and Grand Admiral concierge level backers, which I believe is right around the $5,000 mark. Wave 5 is all active game packages. So you might be asking me why I have a problem with this. I have a problem with this because this is pure and simple a money grab. They want more people to subscribe. They're not going to be able to get the way things are. They're not going to be able to get new concierge level backers easily. It's just not going to happen. There might be a few outliers to that or exceptions to the rule. But let's rewind the clock, okay? And let's talk about this testing. Anybody remember when 318 went to Evo, and then Wave 1 and Wave 2 and Wave 3 back in December, and that lasted all the way until March? And then when they gave us a live release, it was absolute dog shit. It was dog shit. Plain and simple. And they told us back then, not enough people tested, so we didn't know that this was going to happen. This is your way of getting more people to test. So you have to pay to test an alpha test in an alpha game. That makes no sense to me. It's just as stupid as the, what is that? The Pirate Gladius. Oh, you do the Pirate Swarm. Congratulations, you beat it. What did you unlock? The ability to spend $90 on a skin. Oh, pardon me. It has a couple of loadout changes. Big fucking deal. This has gone on far too long. Earlier this year, Foundation Festival, the armor fiasco. You're going to promote to new players, buy this armor, and there's no way of getting it back if you die or there's a glitch. Anything. We all know what Star Citizen plays like. There's no way to get it back. Because we all know if you die falling down the steps of some mining outpost on Daymar or Magda or whatever, you could fly back there and your body isn't halfway into the planet. You're not getting it back. You're not getting it back. You die out in deep space, you're not getting it back. Oh, but what about those times you die in Armistice Zone? Yeah, you know, you could die in Everest Harbor. Who knows? You still might not get that back. It's 50-50. It's a roulette. It's roulette. It's Russian roulette every time you die, whether or not you're going to get your gear back. I don't even bother corpse running anymore because what's the point? I might even 30K on the way back there. What's the point? What's the point to corpse running anymore? There is no point. Just go buy new shit or go loot it. It's ridiculous. Now let's fast forward off of that. They show us the Arlington gang thing. They put it up on their RSI website. Oh, check out this mission. Not many people know about it. Check it out. Oh, it's so cool. Blah blah blah. You scroll all the way down and it's like, here's some things to help you along your journey. And what is it? The first thing there is a Crusader Ion for $250. You hit the little arrow button over to look at what else they have. There's an arrow in there. There's a Gladius in there. It was a glorified ship sale. It's a glorified ship sale. Now, I didn't do all my Google foo and Spectrum foo and pull up everything, but you know, they said 318, they didn't have enough testers. This is what happens. You guys should have played the test. You guys should have played the PTU. Why don't you guys, like Grumpy first talked about, Loud Guns, Eradicator, whole bunch of other content creators. Why don't you incentivize the PTU? You know, most hours played gets like a PTV or an STV with an LTI token with the ability to upgrade it if you decide, you know, CCU chain up to something else. You know, maybe the next guy gets like 2 million alpha UEC for the live cycle part of that patch. And the second place, you know, 1 million, and on down the line. And then all the other, like the top 5 get like, you know, the PTV or the STV with an LTI token. Everybody, the next top 4 get, you know, some sort of money to start off with. And then you give the rest of the people that played it for more than an hour, you know, like, I don't know, like 20K alpha UEC, or maybe like a digital hat or a digital t-shirt to put on their character that says, I survived PTU testing 3.20 or whatever it is. People will gobble that shit up. They will go there just to play it, just to say that, hey, I took part of PTU testing. Look at the cool gear that I got from, you know, 3.20 or 3.21. It would, more people would play. More people would play. Now let's talk about the financials here for a second. I can't find it, but they're down 70% in the month of July as they were last July. Okay, they're down 70%. On the year total, they're down, I think it's down, they're down 20% versus last year. Is the writing on the wall? Is the money running out? Are they spending it as fast as they're bringing it in? Are they not leaving themselves enough headroom? Once again, you can go look on Spectrum, right, or the RSI website to see how much money they've pulled in. They're at $598 million. They're going to break 600 here by this time. By the time CitizenCon wraps up, they'll get over $600. Then what happens the month after that? Because CitizenCon is in October, if I'm not mistaken. IAE is right after that. What are they going to do? They're going to roll out more ship pictures, and people are going to buy that stuff up. Instead of making other people pay to play the test universe, incentivize them so that they can go play it on their own, and you get the data you need, because more people would be willing to play if you incentivize it. I understand wave 1, wave 2, and maybe wave 3 closing that door off so that only certain people can get in. I don't disagree with most hours played and then the next most hours played. I don't disagree with, if you spent a lot of money, you should go and play that. But let's face the facts here. If you're paying 25K, if you're 25K deep in this already, or 15K or 10K deep into this, I'm sorry, it may not be all of you guys that have spent that much, but from what I've seen on the internet, what I've seen in game, it's a bunch of people with too much money that sit around jerking off to their ships at a ship show, or jerking off to their hangar, or jerking off to the fleet viewer. That's all they're doing. They're not going in to play the test universe. They're going to wait for a major patch release, step in there, look around and go, okay, they've changed this, they've changed that, they've changed this. Cool, we're out. That's it. That's all they're going to do. You know, I could go on and on about the greediness of CIG and Star Citizen. You know, they even said in their original Kickstarter, which I think I can bring up. So here we go, the original Kickstarter. This is what they show. A rich universe focused on epic space adventure, trading, dogfighting, and first person. Single player, offline or online. Drop in, drop out co-play. Persistent universe hosted by us. Moddable multiplayer hosted by you. No subscriptions. No pay to win. What? No subscriptions? Oh, wait, but you got to buy a subscription to play in the PTU. Huh. Wow. How about that? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, moddable multiplayer servers hosted by you? Where's that at? They haven't talked about that in years. They haven't talked about that in years. Where is that at? But you want to know what's funny? You can go to the RSI website right now. Go to the pledge store, scroll down in the extras, and buy the handbook for running your moddable server. Yeah, You can still do that. How about that? And then, as I said, the armor, the guns, the weapons. Oh, and my favorite, buying currency off their fucking website. That's what kills a whole bunch of games. The ability to buy currency. Now, it may not help right now. Well, actually, it does help out right now. When you buy that, you get a head start in the next way or in the next patch cycle. Oh, and it helps you when the game is released. I used to stand here and defend CIG and be like, oh, you know, they're doing something new. I understand the scale, the scope, and what the vision is, and this, that, and the other. But this is getting out of hand. Every single time they put something new in the universe, it's money, 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 money. The Vulture is going on what, 6 months, 7 months since that's been introduced. Okay, you might get technical on me and get me, well, it was in Evil Cody, which came out in halfway through December, so it's not really been 7 months, 8 months. It's only been, fuck yourself. It came out halfway through December last year. We are halfway through August, and it's still not available in the in-game stores. Still. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is getting ridiculous. All right, I'm done with my rant, so I'm going to give you guys a little update on what I'm going to be doing going forward. Will I still play Star Citizen? Yes. It's going to be less and less until they change their tune about the PTU, about a great many things, and actually start showing me some forward-moving progress. And don't get me going, well, you know, PES was a big thing. PES still doesn't work right. It still doesn't work right. And once again, they started that back in June of 2022, they started working on it. It is August of 2023, and it still doesn't work right. It still doesn't work right. So don't give me, oh, their core pillar tech is in. No, it doesn't work right. It doesn't work right. Now, moving forward, I'm going to be playing less and less of this game. I'm going to be showcasing less and less of it on my channel. I am not going to be defending them anymore. I'm not buying anything. I haven't bought anything in a while. I almost caved and bought a Cuddy Blue not too long ago, but I kept my wallet shut, and it's going to continue to stay shut. I want real progress. I want things to move on and actually have some things done. Have something that people that have spent $25,000 into this game have something to show for. People like me that have to work to get where I am are willing to part with my $10 and sub to this so I can play in the PTU for a month. I can get more entertainment using that $10 on buying a box of worms and taking my daughters fishing than I will off of playing the PTU, a busted ass PTU, for a month or a week or whatever it is before it goes live. If that's the case, I'll let some other poor saps that have spent their money go play this shit ass testing, because I'm not doing it anymore. I played 3.7. I've been here since 3.7. I played every single PTU that has been released from then until now, and I spent hours in each one. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. Sorry for my rant, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm not gonna continue to support and give free advertising to a company that is constantly kicking their backers, their testers in the balls at every chance they get by saying, oh, cool, and we're gonna do a new feature. You've already bought your game package. You've already bought $100 worth of ships. Or some of you have paid $25,000 into buying ships, that most of which aren't even out yet. But this new thing, it's locked behind more money. It's a fucking mobile gacha game at this point that just looks really pretty. That's what it's coming down to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You guys have a great day. I'm sorry if I brought your day down, but I couldn't keep my mouth shut. It's out of hand. It's out of hand. Chris Roberts, CIG, you should be ashamed of yourselves at this point. You're just like EA. You're just like Blizzard. You're just like Activision. You said that you did not want to become those companies. That's why you didn't go to those companies. That's why you did a Kickstarter. Well, now you're kicking it. You're biting the hand that feeds. Fix your shit. Start using the money more wisely. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.